what you're looking at here is a patent from Newfoundland. And if you remember, Newfoundland entered into Confederation around 1949. But there was a clause that any time a province entered into Confederation at a later date than 1867, whatever the laws were would now apply as if they had been. Anyways, this patent, 1885, I think December of 1885, was an imperial patent. And you can see here, Victoria, by the grace of God, the United Kingdom, and Great Britain, and Ireland, Queen, Defender of the Faith, to whom these presents shall come, greeting. This patent's a little interesting because it doesn't have minerals on it, or like held back by the crown. But I wanted to read through it. And I've been reading so many lately, I may have made a mistake on that statement, but I'm just going to start up here where it says, except reserve nevertheless this present grant to us, our heirs and successors, all gold, silver, and coals, and other mines and minerals in or under the said piece and parcel of land. So my heir there. The minerals have been reserved. If you note in some of the earlier patents, natural gas wasn't on there, so it always belonged to the grantee because it hadn't been discovered yet. To have and to hold, except as before accepted, onto the said, and this is the grantees, Mary Foundland, or Follow, pardon me, and it goes on to say, paying to us as a price of consideration for the land the sum of $1.20 at the time of the ensealing and delivering hereon, provided always, and this present grant upon further condition that the said land shall be holden upon, under, and subject to such regulations as are now in force, or which may at any time hereafter be made by law, for the improvement of cultivation of lands within our said island, and subject to all such regulations as now in force, or which may at any time hereafter be made by law, for the making of roads, sewers, drains, canals, bridges, or other public works or improvements within our said island, or any part thereof, and subjecting any lands therein situate, or the owners and occupiers of such lands to rates and assessments, or other duties or services for the purpose as foresaid, for any of them. And it goes on to the grantees, their heirs and assigned, shall at times peacefully quit and deliver up possession to us, our heirs and successors, of such lands and parts of land as foresaid, as may be required for the purposes as foresaid, for any of them upon receiving such compensation, if any, by us, any law now in force, or hereafter to be made in respect may be provided. So this grant extensively and explicitly explains that the rules and regulations, the law of the land applies to this grant, and any changes apply to the grant. Now, if you remember in one of the earlier videos I did, the Ontario grant that I have, which was Upper Canada, has not got these reservations as to regulations and laws. Only the silver and the gold were reserved along with the white pine. Continuing on with the last page, given under the Great Seal of our as foresaid island of Newfoundland at St. John in our said island, this 9th day of December in the year of our Lord 1885, and the 49th year of our reign, witnessed our trusty and well-beloved, I can't make out the writing, of the most distinguished order of St. Michael and St. George, chief commander in and over our said island of Newfoundland and its dependencies. So there you have it, a Newfoundland patent imperial patent post-Confederation, but again, Newfoundland was not in Confederation at the time, and they were under British rule.